12 types of nervous body language signals. Ever had that nagging feeling that something's off but you can't quite put your finger on it? Well, today we're stepping into the fascinating world of body language. We're going to dive deep into the 12 types of nervous body language signals that you need to know. And trust me, this insight could be a real game changer. 12. Excessive fidgeting. Kicking off our exploration of nervous behaviors, let's shine the spotlight on the undeniable leader of unease. Excessive fidgeting. Whether it's non-stop foot tapping, endless hair twirling, or relentless object fidgeting, these jittery motions are usually our body's subconscious attempts to relieve tension. Renowned behavioral expert Dr. Albert Shefflin confirms that such restlessness often indicates underlying anxiety or discomfort. So if someone around you suddenly seems to have extra ants in their pants, they might just be dealing with a case of nerves. Now let's not rush to conclusions too quickly. It's important to remember that context is crucial. While restlessness can signal nervousness, it's also true that some people may naturally have a more kinetic demeanor. Consider those drummers who simply can't resist turning any available surface into a makeshift drum kit. However, when you spot these fidgety movements alongside other telltale signs of nervousness that we'll be unpacking, you could be well on your way to mastering the language of nervousness. 11. Lip biting. Next on our list is the infamous lip bite, and no, we're not talking about the kind you'd see in a romantic movie scene. When someone is nervous, they might frequently bite or chew on their lower lip. It's as if they're trying to literally bite back their rising anxiety. According to renowned psychologist Dr. Joe Navarro, lip biting is a self-soothing behavior that people resort to when they're feeling anxious or stressed. It's like the body's way to restore calm and order in the midst of a nervous storm. But remember, while you're playing detective, take note of the frequency and intensity of the lip biting. A single instance of lip biting may not be a sure-shot sign of nervousness, but if the person's lip biting becomes frequent, you might be witnessing a manifestation of nervousness. 10. Closed body posture. Moving on, we have a closed body posture. You might notice someone crossing their arms, hunching their shoulders, or keeping their hands close to their body. According to world-renowned body language expert Alan Piaz, such a posture can often indicate a defensive or self-protective attitude, which may stem from feeling nervous or uncomfortable. It's as if the person is creating a physical barrier between themselves and their perceived source of discomfort. So if someone you know is trying their best to make themselves small and take up less space, it's definitely a sign of nervousness. 9. Rapid blinking. Here's a sign that you might need to pay close attention to. Rapid blinking. That's right, we blink naturally to keep our peepers clean and moisturized, but did you know that when the blink rate speeds up, it could signal nervousness? When we're in the hot seat, our bodies respond in the most curious ways, one of which is turning the blinkers on at high speed. It's like our eyes have their own built-in stress response system. And you know what's even more interesting? This isn't just a hypothesis. So the next time you're having a conversation with someone, try to keep an eye on their blinking pattern. An increased blink rate might just be the clue you need to discern their nervousness. But remember, don't start a staring contest, or you might be the one blinking nervously. 8. Touching or rubbing the neck. Our next sign that someone might be feeling a bit jittery is touching or rubbing the neck. You know when you're feeling a little under the weather and you reach up to check your temperature? The same concept applies here, but in this case, it's the nervous temperature we're talking about. When someone feels nervous or anxious, they may subconsciously reach for their neck. This could be a form of self-soothing behavior, like a small comfort in a sea of discomfort. So let's say you notice someone, maybe during a presentation or meeting, constantly reaching for their neck as if they're checking their pulse or trying to loosen an imaginary tight collar. This could very well be their internal alarm system ringing the nervous bell. However, don't jump to conclusions too quickly. Make sure you observe other signs of nervousness as well before making your Sherlockian deduction. 7. Shuffling feet. Next on our list, we've got shuffling feet, another curious yet telling sign of nervousness. Have you ever been at a party and noticed that someone is standing in one corner, their feet shuffling like they're about to break into a jive any second, but their upper body is as still as a statue? This contradictory body language might just be their nerves doing the talking. It's a bit like their feet have developed a mind of their own and are expressing what the person might not be able to verbalize. Carol Kinsey-Goman, a well-known behavioral expert, suggests that this kind of behavior often indicates discomfort or a desire to leave a situation. So the next time you're observing someone and their feet look like they're trying to do the moonwalk in place, remember, it's not always a hidden dance talent. Sometimes it's just plain old nerves. 6. Covering the mouth while speaking. Here's a nervous body language signal that might catch you off guard. Covering the mouth while speaking. It's a subconscious action that may not seem like a big deal, but it's actually like setting off a fire alarm in the world of body language interpretation. It can reveal a level of discomfort or a lack of confidence in what is being said. Think about it. When a person starts speaking behind their hand, it's as if they are subtly hinting that they may not fully stand by their words, almost like their hand is playing the role of a censorship tool, dutifully screening out their doubts and uncertainties. Research in the field of nonverbal communication, like that conducted by experts such as Dr. Albert Murabian, suggests that body language, including hand movements, can say more about our feelings than words ever could. It's fascinating, isn't it? So the next time you're in a conversation, be sure to watch out for this behavior. 5. Hiding hands or keeping them in pockets. Moving on, let's talk about another classic sign, hiding hands or keeping them in pockets. This might not seem like a big deal, but in the context of body language, it can be quite telling. Hands are tools of expression. We use them to emphasize points, to show openness, and to convey feelings. So when someone conceals their hands, it's as if they're trying to shield their vulnerability. Imagine you're at a networking event and you notice someone standing in a corner, hands tucked away in their pockets. This might indicate that they're feeling uncomfortable or nervous. Renowned body language expert Joe Navarro emphasizes that the visibility of our hands can significantly influence how others perceive us. Visible hands suggest honesty and openness, while hidden hands can indicate the opposite. So the next time you're in a social setting, observe this behavior. You might just pick up on some unspoken feelings of nervousness. 4. Wrapping arms around oneself. Ever notice someone who, in the middle of a conversation or meeting, starts wrapping their arms around themselves? It's as if they're giving themselves a mini hug. While this might not just be because they're feeling cold, it could be a body language signal of discomfort or uneasiness. It's a form of self-soothing behavior, a way to seek comfort amidst stress or anxiety. It's fascinating how our bodies try to protect us, isn't it? This form of nonverbal communication speaks volumes about how a person is feeling, suggesting a need for security or reassurance. So the next time you see someone giving themselves a quick squeeze, it might be more than just a chill in the air. They could be grappling with some inner nervousness or anxiety. 3. Avoiding direct physical contact. On we go to our next sign, avoiding direct physical contact. If you notice someone pulling away from handshakes or pats on the back, or if they seem to recoil at the prospect of any physical contact, there might be more to the story. This could be a sign of discomfort or anxiety. It's as if they're creating a physical barrier to match their emotional boundary, preferring to keep a safe distance. Remember, this doesn't necessarily mean they're antisocial or unfriendly. It could just be their nerves putting up a do not disturb sign. 2. Playing with objects. Do you know someone who constantly plays with their pen, their necklace, or even their phone during a conversation or a meeting? This seemingly insignificant action could be a subconscious sign of nervousness. It's like their nervous energy is seeking an outlet and has found one in these objects. Psychologists suggest that this can be a self-soothing action, a way to channel the restless energy caused by anxiety or discomfort. So the next time you notice someone constantly playing around with an object, they might just be doing their best to cope with their nervousness. 1. Nervous laughter. The final sign we're looking at is nervous laughter. This isn't your usual genuine laughter sparked by a funny joke or a hilarious situation. Nervous laughter feels a bit out of place, cropping up in situations where laughter isn't the typical response. This could be the person's way of diffusing their anxiety or trying to lighten the mood. But in the language of nonverbal cues, it's like an SOS signal, hinting at the discomfort bubbling beneath the surface. It's another fascinating way our body expresses what our words might not be able to convey. That was quite a journey, wasn't it? But guess what? It's just the tip of the iceberg. Discover more with our videos like 5 things people do when they're very attracted to you, or 11 signs someone is lying to you. Just click on either video link. And remember, your likes, comments, and subscription fuel our content creation.